Sorry it was quiet. I'm sitting here fiddling around with everything else, and I gave you a half a second of music, so that's my fault. Apologies. You have to say it in the comments, or I will not notice. But I did there with 5 seconds to go. So here we are. Had to tell a quick story. Tom and I went to lunch yesterday at Buckets. Of course, it's where we're going to go to lunch, and it was really cool because we were talking to, I don't know if it was the general manager or the owner because I came in late to the conversation, but he was like, I was like, I know we're not a traditional way to advertise and this and that, and he's like, yeah, he's like, it's so cool because people will like write thanks for sponsoring Cenla Weather on their receipts, and I was like, well, that's really awesome because that allows them to know that you're making that connection and everything. So it was cool. Obviously, the food was stupid good, and yeah, it was an amazing little lunch with my buddy Tommy K as we talk about conquering the weather world. Natchitoches is looking beautiful this morning. We have nothing going on, glassy conditions out there on Sibley Lake. We have a few cars. There's a truck. How do you like that? And temperatures are in the 50s now. We are warming up nicely. Clear skies. If I was looking just to the right a little bit, we would see the Coliseum where they have, I believe I don't know if it's MMA or it's some kind of fighting thing, and they're setting up the ring. And I was talking to my buddy Danny, and I'm like, what can I do to help aside from fight someone? Because I wouldn't last a half a second. And so I think tomorrow I'm going to go out there and we're going to show you the setup, and I'm going to go live and talk about that and all that. Just because that's what we do around here. We have a little fun and show you what's going on here in central Louisiana. If you haven't gotten tickets and you like the fighting stuff, get them. It's going to be at the Coliseum tomorrow. Weather's perfect. Clear skies today. Looking out to the west, it looks good. Now let's just get right into the weather. There's not a lot to talk about. Not for the weekend, at least. There is a lot to talk about beyond this here, but nothing going on radar right now close to home. It's about 56 at the airport. We have mid 50s to mid 60s statewide. And for today, it looks like we're going to see loads of sunshine, hardly a cloud in the sky, and highs around 70. So even if you don't like the cold weather, I think this is just about perfect for everyone. I don't hear many people that complain about 70 and sunny. Light northeasterly wind as high pressure departs out to the east. That's going to set the table for moisture to return and eventually for some rain to sneak back into the forecast. But this doesn't look like a huge event. Now, I will show you why I think it could overachieve a little bit here in just a second. But light winds, light northeasterly winds, cooler mornings. I know the hunters are loving this. So if you have not gotten out there and gotten your deer yet, go ahead and do that. If you got to work, I'll write you a note or something. Here's Tropical Storm Sarah continuing to churn just north of the coast of Honduras. This is going to produce some flooding rain, and I'll show you why here in just a second because it's moving so slowly. I think you can probably imagine why. But here is the latest. Winds at 50 miles per hour, gusts to 65. There's the history, and you can see the future here as Sarah just kind of crawls and then dissipates. That's what it looks like. With that slow motion over land, it looks like this dissipates, but I'm going to show you other things here as I typically do. I don't think this really regains tropical strength or tropical storm strength as it heads out into the Gulf of Mexico, but watch this. As the models slowly push this out, they eventually get this thing caught up, and what's going to happen is that really strong cold front comes down and sweeps this out. So we're not worried locally at all. I'm not worried for Florida, but I do think we could see a sheared mess of something head that way, and this is what it looks like on the GFS model. Follow along with me. We're going to start down here. You see that right near the Yucatan. You can see all that rain coming in there. As this continues on toward the west, it gets picked up. There's your front right there. Now, that's what's going to bring us rain mainly Monday night into Tuesday morning. And this thing's kind of a lopsided blob as that wind shear in that very deep trough picks this thing up and just kicks it out to the east across Florida. This is what's going to bring us highs in the 50s, so a very cold trough, lake effect snow behind it. A colder Gulf of Mexico, so hopefully this is the immediate prayer is that this kills hurricane season for the Gulf of Mexico, because I think this is what's going to happen. It's going to cool us off even more out there on those waters, and I think we're done then. That's the hope. Okay, so slight risk for severe thunderstorms on Sunday out across western Texas. I'm going to be with Brett and Jeff on the United Cajun Navy page around 2 today. We're going to talk about the severe threat that is going to build east toward Dallas on Monday. I think our severe threat's really low out of this one, but Monday night into Tuesday, maybe we get a marginal risk. Maybe we see a warning or two. But as it stands now, I think the worst of that stays to the west. I do think about a half an inch to an inch of rain is going to fall with this system as it comes through. And if you still somehow need rain, I think St. Landry Parish, parts of your part of that parish missed out on the heavy stuff. I think you're going to get a little out of this. So the rest of us, I don't think we need it. 7-day forecast showing that we have those thunderstorms out there Monday into Tuesday. Then it dries out. Look at that, Thursday. Let's just pause and have a moment of silence. All right, that was good. 58 degrees over 42. It's going to be chilly. It's going to feel like winter. I'm actually going to be on the road that day from Mississippi at a emergency managers conference to Missouri, where it's going to be in the low 40s. I'm going to bring a big giant hoodie and just enjoy my life. Here's what it looks like on the extended outlook, November 23rd through the 29th, taking us into Thanksgiving. It looks like we're going to be pretty cool out there. Now, let's see, we're 13 days out from Thanksgiving. Let me see one thing here. It doesn't look like any sort of big storm systems are going to be in the area, but it looks coolish. I wouldn't say cold. I think we're going to be rebounding by then, but it's not going to be like 82 degrees or something. That's not definite because it's 13 days out, but that's the way it's looking right now. And then beyond that into the rain. Is it going to rain? No, I don't think so. It looks pretty dry out there to end November. So some good news if you have outdoor plans. I think we are roasting a pig, and my brother-in-law who does that is not going to be there. So we're going to see how that works out with everyone else trying to pitch in on that for Thanksgiving, because we do things a little different around here. Good morning. I will bring my hat and my mittens. And Mom, it's possible we see a shower out of there, a snow shower or two out of that in Missouri, not down here. Yeah, buckets, crawfish, and seafood. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, if you've never been there, the food is incredible, and you've got to get those like pull-apart potatoes. I think I'm saying that right. They're just a thing of beauty, but it's a very special thing. Hold them dear to my heart. All right, I'm going to get out of here, you guys. I'm thinking about those now. I'm hungry. And that's not good because I'm not eating until like noon. Okay, I will see you back here tomorrow around the same time. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. See you then.